Hello all you infidels, kuffar and Muslims out there. Nemesis back for Gazbot ownage. Islamic apologetics owned, refuted and ultimately exposed. Right, Gazbot is now saying to me that in Surah 5 verse 33 there is no word corruption in the verse as clearly plain to read in English, and none of the forms of the word corruption can be found in Surah 5:33. So I don't know what you mean by your questioning. I've just read the page in the Arabic Quran I have now. Its accurate translation gives option for choice, also giving choice of punishment. It could be translated as a test by Allah to see if the Muslims reading the verse chose to commit not sin by killing another but choosing to exile them from their land. However, that is just speculation. Next question please. Yes, speculative, wild and doesn't fit in with any tafsirs really. Okay, so I'm saying that you can do better than that surely. Have a look at the evidence. The verse clearly relates to mischief or corruption. Here's some translations for you to mull over. Right, I'm not going to read every single one, but I'll put up a link on the video for this. Yusuf Ali, Pigtail, Arbery, what was he also said here? That was it. I can do better than that, however, since the Quran you have access to are clearly different to the 500-year-old one in my library. It is very difficult for me to source my findings because they come direct from the Quran. It is the same book you're using, only different in certain areas. Little bit inaccurate, little bit confusing, and also a little bit impossible to work with, since the book I have is clearly different to those you have access to, which stinks of someone having changed or edited or mistranslated the words at some point in history. Let us get something straight here, by the way. I don't believe that any of the holy texts, Bible, Torah, Quran, are the word of God. Well, neither do I. But he lives in Qatar. He's got a 500-year-old Quran, and it's different to the modern ones. Well, excuse me. Doesn't that just prove to everyone there that the Quran must have been edited? It has been tampered with. As much as Muslims like to say it's an endless book for all times and it's uncorrupted, blah blah blah. What a load of bollocks, and Gazbot has just very politely proven that point for us. But anyway, going back to it, I've also cited Sanwar, Khalifa, Hilali Khan, HK Sahi, Malik, Maulana Ali, Karibullah, George Sale, Assad and J.M. Rodwell. All of these people have interpreted the Quran. Arabic speakers can obviously translate words. Now, all of them are saying, as I'm saying here, we can go into detail about the Christian, Hindu, Judaic faiths, of course, that's not a problem for me. What we need to clear up here is my original question to you. As I'm sure you're well aware from various translations of Surah 5 verse 33 that I have provided, we can see that the words corruption, mischief, evil, crimes and disorders are used. My question to you is, what is the Arabic word used in Surah 5 verse 33 to get these translations definitions? I don't know how many times I'm going to have to ask him this question before he finally has the bottle to say, right, okay, it's this. Right. He's saying here, don't you think it's a bit ridiculous that such a word, one simple word, has like several different translations, interpretations in English? Again, adding to the difficulty here. To be honest, I'll ask one of the housemaids in the morning if she reads Arabic better. As she reads Arabic better, and can then translate it into Mandarin and English, which will allow me to make a more accurate comparison. What a load of bollocks. Right, I don't find it ridiculous that one Arabic word can be given 7 different English translations, simply because they all mean the same thing. It's about doing harm in an Islamic context. To fully understand the Islamic context of this verse, we need to know what constitutes corruption, mischief, evil, crimes and disorders. This can easily be found in the Arabic word that is used to define the context. There is a clue for you in the previous verse which describes mischief makers. That should help you along. I've given him a huge clue. A huge clue. Right, so he's saying here, okay, Nemesis, back to the topic at hand, so I don't get accused of ignoring or avoiding your questions any longer. Fucking hell, finally. In the Quran, I have in front of me the word used is this exact one, and that exact word translates into English means mischief in the context of what I believe is unlawful acts, spreading defamation of Allah and the Prophet in a mischievous way. I reinterpret this as punishment for those who are not respectful while in Muslim lands. For example, this verse could apply to me as when I was younger and around 11 years old, me and my friends found out some Arabic swear words, most notable this one. Not that that's got much relevance to it, but he's saying that this one here, right? Actually, this part here, fasad, or fasadan, in Surah 5, verse 33, is what we're talking about here. And he's slowly but surely getting along the lines, but he's still trying to fudge the issue ever so slightly there. But we'll give him some time, shall we? Right, so page 21 now. Right. I'm saying, I first of all, I find it strange that you need to reinterpret Islamic text. As he said in his previous comment, he reinterprets it. Why reinterpret it? Right? Sounds like you're having, sounds like you have personalised it to suit your agenda. Either way, I digress. I want us to stay focused on the debate in hand. As soon as we are done, you will have ample opportunity to grill me on my beliefs, other faiths, my reasoning, etc, etc. I'm not really asked for bogging the debate down with irrelevant argumentation. I made a claim that I can substantiate. You have made a counterclaim, so let's see where this takes us, eh? Try not be too impatient, my friend. The best things come to those who wait. Right. Now back to the debate. Fasad, meaning corruption or loose morals. True form. That's exactly the first part of what he's already posted. He posted it in the 4 other examples beforehand as well. So him avoiding it smacks of evasion because he knows he'll only get completely owned on it. I'm asking him, can you or can you not agree that the Arabic word for corruption in Surah 5 verse 33 is fasad? Then he goes on about, right, the term fasad means corruption, or more precisely corruption through loose morals, as my friend who is Arabic and a Muslim has just so keenly put it. Let me just assure you that my Muslim friend is not deceptive in his interpretations and provides me with more accurate translations than I can do. So the word in the original and written in Arabic Quran is not fasad, no, it is something else. Unless of course the Quran I have is wrong and my Muslim friend is also wrong. Well, Jesus Christ, those are all the translations that I've given you from, you know, all over the world. You know, people, Arabic speakers, and they're saying, you know, corruption and fasad. There it is. That's what it means. It's in Surah 5, verse 33. And your Quran and your Muslim friend saying it's not there. Come on, Gazbot. You've got to do better than this, mate. This is absolutely pathetic. Now you're lying, right? Lying. If the Quran is not changed, unchanged, and is immutable, and is the same for all times, then it shouldn't be different now. But anyway, he's going on about bringing in other people, other Muslims, to try and back his points up, and he also saying that you know, Muslims and all that, they can decide for their religion better than anyone else. Well, that's just an absolute load of bollocks, and you don't have to be a Muslim to be able to criticise it and to see it for what it is. What a load of rubbish. Right, so page 20. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this, be the very last part, people. Thank you very much for sticking with this. It's annoyed me as much as it's probably annoyed you, and I'm sick of hearing my own voice now, but bear with me, because the coup de grace is on its way. Gazbot owned, refuted and exposed for being the Islamic apologist, the lying, deceitful, bullshitting apologist that he really is. See you in part 5.